I've had requests to do a panoramic tour of Dale's garden. So this is the front gate. When you come in, first you'll see a whole bank of Ruellia. Beautiful purple flowers along one wall. Then there's a wall of ficus. And tucked in here is a bird bath. And tucked away there are some elephant ears. I'm going to go underneath the palm tree. And there's a loquat here. There's a bird of paradise. And then there's a fig tree. Now this is all along the right wall. But if you turn to the left, you'll see the front of the house with our desert landscape. And if you look back, you'll see the wall of citrus. Now we're going to make our way around the house so you'll have a feel for how big Dale's garden actually is and where all of the things are, because it's difficult when I just photograph one thing and you really don't have a scope of where it is. Now this is the crown of thorns that was a gift from a friend. It's doing really well. More elephant ears. We've got some ditch lilies over here, day lilies that were given to me by a friend. This is a plumeria. It's an Aztec gold. It's doing really well. It was rescued from Hurricane Rita. There's another little plumeria back tucked there. Tucked in here is the night blooming ceres that isn't anything to look at, but produced 3 beautiful blooms that opened at night. Then we have my favorite loquat tree, which is starting to bloom very, very early this year. Normally it doesn't start to bloom until December, but if you sneak in here, you can see it's got buds and some of them have already blossomed. Don't know whether it's going to turn into fruit or not. Okay, then tucked away back there is that cardboard palm that I have photographed. And then we've got an aloe. And here's a beautiful daylily that was sent to me as a gift. Stunning color. Down here we have primrose. We have 4 o'clocks. We have some Cape honeysuckle. And I'm just going to turn this way so you can see we're kind of following the garden path that goes all the way down there. But on the left side is the Dorset apple tree. Okay, now we're going back to the left. You'll see another 2 loquat trees. They also have some blossoms on them. And this is the Oro Blanco grapefruit tree. See, we have a brace to hold it up. Lots of beautiful grapefruit. All the way up. I'll get a little closer here. This is a delicious grapefruit to be. Okay, now we're coming along. And there's a Carinaval orange tree. And this is a Valencia orange tree. And now we're getting to the Mexican lime tree, or the key lime tree, and you'll see all the limes that are on the floor. Oh, I should say before we get there, there's a red blush grapefruit tree that is also propped up because we've got lots of grapefruit. And if I go to the sky, we've got lots of grapefruit too. Okay, Okay, now I'm just going to quickly shift to my left because there's a left turn here that brings you into the small Dale's Garden, the really private area of Dale's Garden. And it is shaded by banana trees hanging overhead and this wonderful peach tree. And then there are some crinums that have been transplanted down there and a potato bush. Okay, I'm going to turn back and we're going to continue to look at all of the the Mexican limes that have fallen on the ground and that need to be picked up and turned into something delicious. This is the tree, and you can see lots of fruit on it. Then we have a blood orange tree. Last year we got lots of blood oranges. This year it kind of trades off, so this year there were only 2. But I'm hoping they're going to be really delicious. There we go. Then tucked in here is the navel orange, and you can see there's an orange on it right there. And then tucked away back there is a Lisbon lemon tree, really big Lisbon lemon tree. Lots of fruit on it. And then here is a Meyer lemon tree, my preferred lemon of choice. Okay, now we're going to head back towards that private area of Dale's Garden. And remember the banana tree that was overhead? Well, here is a beautiful banana flower, and the bees are pollinating those little tiny bananas. You can just see overhead. It just shelters Dale's Garden. Okay, we've got Cape honeysuckle. I'm trying to go slow so that it doesn't give you vertigo. Okay, now we're going to be staring down the path of the private Dale's Garden. And up above are the banana trees with their huge, magnificent leaves. And right here, hanging in front of us, is a banana flower, the tail of it. And you can see there's another one over there hanging down. We actually have about 4 branches of bananas that are in various states of development. Okay, and here is the cluster, one cluster of banana trees, and we are always picking the dried banana leaves off of them and trying to keep them healthy. Okay, we're standing in the center on the path of the private Dale's Garden. To the left we have new growth, and this is, I think it's the Star of Good Hope ornithogalum. And we have a tree lily here, fairy lilies. This is all underneath the peach tree. Here's some more new growth. And we've got the remnants of naked ladies, sorry. And we've got the potato bush, we've got a duranta. This is on the left side, and then we also have the original clump of banana trees that we'll pass in just a moment. On the right, we've got pineapple that's doing better this season. Who knows if it will produce a shoot. We have Arabian jasmine. We have a plum tree that gives us magnificent plums. Okay, I'm going to go to the left now. And on the left, we've got some new growth underneath here. We have a beautiful Cardwell lily. Wonderful leaves, just really dramatic. We have a cycad, and we have a gardenia tree. To the right, we're going back, and we just have assorted things. We have a brugmansia, we have a pear tree, other goodies coming up. We've got ferns, amaryllis, and another cluster of banana trees, and these are the Goldfinger bananas. Huge, beautiful, beautiful leaves, nice and green and just towering overhead. In the back there's a clump of bananas. I don't know if I can focus on them. Just way back there. Okay, I'm now going to turn to the right, and this is the original cluster of banana trees that started with Dale's Garden. And you'll see we've got bananas over there and bananas way high up there. In the center, this is an area that's decomposing from previous banana trees that have gone through their life cycle. And then you'll see that right here there's a banana pup, a banana shoot that's coming up. I'm going to take and fill in this area with some mulch and some bamboo. And here is a birdhouse that's just waiting for an occupant. Okay, we are coming down Dale's Garden again, and over here on the left we've got various goodies, another birdhouse. We just took and reworked this trellis because it's got Cape honeysuckle growing on it, and also a lipstick vine or a capices, and we had to trim it way back to keep it healthy. So it's going to take a while for the new growth, but as you can see, some of it's already starting to come out. We have liriope in here. There are those purple flowers tucked away. We have hibiscus against the trellis. Got some fern. We have a dwarf Cavendish banana. We have a mango tree that produced really fantastic mangoes. And then you can see the brugmansia, which was just recently cut back, but has some nice growth on it. Tucked away in there is an avocado tree and a kumquat tree. But I'm just going to back up and show you. Okay, from on the right side, the fern. Then we have the gustaria. We have a Trimetzia walking iris with lots of babies on it. And this is a brugmansia that is a yellow one, but it's never produced flowers. It's only about, I'd say, 4 years old, so I'm waiting. Then here is a Grecian urn plant that's doing well. Some fern. We have fairy lilies in here, and then we have a whole bank of Ruellia, a patch of it with beautiful flower inside. This is an apricot tree that next week we're going to take and we're going to trim out some of the center and prune it a little bit. Coming down is a dwarf almond tree, and we were blessed with 3 or 4 almonds this year. And you can see there's some peaches and salvia, peaches and cream salvia growing up or growing through the dwarf almond tree. I don't think I've ever seen it grow this tall, but it just likes being here. Okay, then we have a candy cane hibiscus that needs some attention. I've been feeding it and giving it some iron, but it's going to take a while till it gets real green. Tucked in the candy cane hibiscus is a birdhouse that I painted to match the color of the candy cane hibiscus. And then we have some iris. We have a dwarf red canna. And then we have in here the clivia that I transplanted that is going to pull through. Okay, now we're going to look back from the direction that we just came from, going back through Dale's garden. Okay, at the end here, we have a clerodendron, a butterfly plant that is just kind of swaying in the wind. Okay, and you can see the kumquats, the gami kumquats, tucked in here. These are the kumquats, and there are a few of them that have fallen on the ground. We leave those for the birds. Okay, coming around, there's a rubber tree plant. And this is the Texas mountain laurel, the one that I just found out the name for. And I understand that I'm going to eventually, hopefully, get some purple flowers on it, and that they smell like grape soda or grape candy. Then here is a huge avocado tree that was grown from seed. So far we haven't had any fruit. There is a crinum tucked down in here. And now we're making our way towards the side of the property. And we've got birds of paradise and ruellia. And we have the mother crinum right here. And if you can see way back there, you can see its arm reaching out. This is the mama crinum. Then we've got some philodendron. I think it's the saloon with the huge, huge leaves. An ornamental plum. And we're going to look down the side of the house, the window box, and then you'll see on the deck we have the partition of ruellia. Now I'm going to show you this other side. Well, we're going to walk over, and you can see one of our projects, and that is we pulled out the fountain grass, and we are doing a desert landscape. And so we've put in agave, and we've put in some taro, bird of paradise, some euphorbia from the front of the house. We left some fountain grass. We're going to put these rocks in. Here's a start of it. And it seems like everything's doing well. We've got some aloe. Okay, now to the other side, we've got Japanese privet, some ruellia, agave, plumeria, and we have 3 date trees in here. One of them is a majul, one of them is, I think, a halawi, and the other one is just a pollinator. Big agave, an octopus agave in here. And then we go down on the other side of the property to the pond. Okay, I'm going to switch over, and we're going to get close-ups of the left side of the property. Okay, we left off at the philodendron, and we're going down to the bamboo, another cardboard palm, philodendron, bamboo, and we come to the window box with bird of paradise in various stages of bloom, purple columbine. We have a Christmas cactus in there. More birds of paradise, the columbine. And tucked away here is that calancho that's growing from the leaf that my friend gave me. There's the original leaf, and there's the baby. Okay, we've got some taro elephant ear, the original Grecian urn plant, and one of the night blooming cerises. Here's the wall of Ruellia, the pots on the deck. And the hummingbirds just absolutely love to swoop down and get their nectar from these Ruellias. Okay, so this is the left side of the back of the property. Now we'll go over to the pond. And the Panama Pacifics are starting to open rather. And there's a bee in there, honeybee. And there are mosquito fish in here. Iris and crinum at the border of the pond. This is the time of the year where the pond is starting to go a little dormant. The lotus is going dormant, but there's still a beautiful color on the lily pads. And down here, oh, there are 2 or 3 new buds that are going to come in on the Panama Pacific. And there's another bud in there from the Debbie June, which is the white one. But the Charlene Strawn and the Anna Apple, which are pink and yellow, I think that they've gone dormant. Okay, now we're going to make our way the border of Japanese privet, and I'll show you the cuttings that I'm trying to save from the lipstick vine that we cut off of the trellis. Going to try and root these and put them back on the trellis. Okay, now we're coming down to what was my herb garden, but right now I've got the memory card got filled, so I think I left off with heading towards the herb garden section, which I'm not really using for herbs so much, but I have the new gold lantana in here and bamboo. And oh, there is an example of that leaf, the Calochina pinnata or something that my friend gave me. He gave me several leaves, and here you can see that the babies are growing through it. And then we have some herbs. We have some oregano. Okay, and there's also the orchid flower tree that's growing here. And then we have a bucket of Ruellia. Ruellia is one of my favorite flowers. And then we have pineapple guava. It's growing up on this trellis. And we have to prune it back, but there's lots of new growth on it. So we're very encouraged. Okay, and making our way to another section of the garden, we have a peach tree, a Florida Prince peach tree, and we have a lime plot. And tucked away there is a late lane orange tree. And then we have a replanted or repositioned grapefruit tree. We have a Travita orange. And now I'm going to show you the wall of citrus. Going down. And we're headed back towards the front gate. But we've got a loquat tree growing here. We have another grapefruit tree that was repositioned over here. We have a mandarin murcot. And then we've got another Meyer lemon tree. And this one is a really robust one. It's got lots of Meyer lemons growing on it. And they feel wonderful. They almost feel like leather. They are so soft and plentiful. And then we have a Hamlin orange tree. And this is the double hibiscus that had that one really pretty bloom on it. And then we have a temple orange tree. Still early. They haven't started to turn color yet. Some more Ruellia. Mineola Tangelo Sport. Ruellia. Washington Navel. A Delta orange in the corner. And then we have this wonderful bank of Duranta, Geisha Girl. And it is really dramatic. It's very pretty flowers that hang down on these little tiny, I don't know if I would call them vines, but we have a whole wall of them. Okay, now I'm going to show you, looking back, this is where we kind of came in, but I'll show you the desert scape. Oh look, I just found some mushrooms growing in the lawn. Flat mushrooms. Pretty. You're going to hear a lot of noise because today is garbage collection day. But anyhow, looking back, this is that wall of citrus that I showed you. And then we have a wall of roses. We have primrose growing down here. And then we have a Gemini rose. Getting some really pretty morning sun. We have a St. Patrick. Well, this is a brandy, actually. This is a brandy rose. Oh, there's a bird feather in there. The St. Patrick's rose, which is the yellow one. And there's one of my window seats that I look out from to admire the roses. We have the JFK, the white rose, over here. And there's one of my dogs looking through the window, on the window seat. There's a JFK rose. And then we have the Barbra Streisand. Oh, I think there's one rose tucked away in there. Let's see if we can get Barbara. Oh yeah, tucked away in there. And then we have some rosemary, and we have the Leonatus rose bush. And the other side of the deck has the other wall of Ruellia. Okay, so we're going to go back to the front of the house, the desert scape, to conclude the tour of Dale's garden. And here is a crinum, an agave. Okay, and this is a window seat that, well, this isn't a window seat. This is the seat by my computer that I take some photos from. And there's one of my little dogs just being curious about what I'm doing out here. This is euphorbia, and it just started to get some little tiny flowers on it. Let me see if I can show you how tiny these flowers are. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I don't think it's in focus. Let's see. Okay, but this is the size of the bush. And if I get real close, you can see how tiny the leaves are. There's a tiny little bud in the center there. Okay, and this is our front gardenscape. Another euphorbia bush. Another crinum, agave, aloe, really big agave. The other side of the front path, another agave, aloe. Oh, and these crinums, these are the ones that had those turquoise umbrellas on them to protect them. And there's the arm that's reaching out from the center of the plant with the really pretty etchings on it, just reaching out on the lawn. Okay, well, that's the tour of Dale's garden. We're going to head out to the front gate. Another view of the Geisha Girl Duranta. Nice and green. It's been pruned back. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.